Hello to all of my Cancers. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your Freedom Friday message. This message is for the 28th of January through the 28th of February, Cancers. Let's go. Let's see what your cards have to say, Cancers. Let's see what your cards have to say. We are coming up on the last quarter moon, and the first quarter moon in Taurus on the 28th of January. What you and Taurus have in common is that both of you all are divine feminine energies. They just in a different element. They're earth and your water, obviously, right? You all are ruled by a luminary. They are ruled by a planet. But the feminine energy, your default is to receive information from source, right? From everything around you, receive from your ancestors. You're just a receiver, just like they are receivers, right? So you want to make sure, but keep in mind that water is very reflective, and so you don't want people to project onto you what's in their spirit, right? Especially if it's negative, because again, water is very reflective. So hopefully you all are still using this time to get your rest somewhere, hopefully near water, or taking your spiritual shower, spiritual baths, but you're recharging near water, getting your rest, deciding what seeds you want to plant, moving forward, and then getting ready to take some kind of action on the 28th. Here we have the Page of Wands, the Queen of Cups. We have the Judgment card. We have the Knight of Swords, and we also have the Two of Swords. Judgment, it looks like, is in somebody's favor because again, you've had time during this new moon phase, which kicked off on the 21st of January, to sit down and really think about what generational cycles you want to break, what chains, what curses you want to break, right? And I see you doing that successfully. Here we have the Page of Wands. I see Queen of Cups. Here we have the Five of Swords. We have the Knight of Swords, and also the Two of Swords. Looks like somebody could have been in denial about some kind of a family issue, like some kind of a family something that kept you, every time you thought about it, whether they were accusing you of doing something or whether you accused them of doing something, it was always this fight mode in your spirit, Cancer. But I do see that changing, because I do see you breaking that chain and getting as far away from that energy or those energies as you possibly can. Maybe they said or did something to you that really cut deep like a sword. And while you have compassion for that energy, you're surrendering to Source. Source is saying get as far away from that. You got the help of your ancestors helping to guide you away from certain things. You'll be just fine. One of the things you got to remember is that part of it is still keeping you in fight mode is because, and it looks like somebody may have been in fight mode for a really long time, having something to do with family relations, right? Part of it that could have kept you in fight mode for so long is because, one, there's not a whole lot of support for people who say they want to break free from their family. Most people say, well, you only have one family. Family is everything. You hear it everywhere. You see it everywhere. But it would if you came from a family where there was always infighting and you felt like, okay, I'm always in fight mode. I feel like I always have to protect myself with strangers at work, people that I just meet. I'm just always in fight mode, cutting people off, in conversation. I take offense to everything, all of those things, right? So I do see when somebody breaks that generational cycle and chain, you're going to feel like a teenager again. You're going to feel like, ooh, I feel rejuvenated again. I feel like I have my fire back, but in an inspiring way, not in a burnt out way, if that makes sense to somebody. Let's keep it moving forward. Like I said before, you and Taurus have the fact that your duality is divine feminine energy. So you're receiving messages coming directly from source. So be careful of the energies that you're around, because you absorb everything coming out of the air. So if you're around a group of people, if you can, spend time alone, just receiving, absorbing from the universe, near water in particular, so that you can get that natural resource. Drink as much water as you possibly can to detox your spirit. Emotionally, if you feel like you're getting overwhelmed in groups or crowds of people, move on. Here we have the Nine of Cups, the Knight of Cups, again further reiterating water. Four of Cups, Three of Cups, Page of Swords, and Knight of Wands. Yeah, we got night energy again. This is where you have to take action. This is not where you just sit there around energies where you felt like they are responsible for you emotionally getting burned out, frustrated, or you get frustrated, mad, and your words come across as cutting people like a sword or burning people like a blowtorch. Again, if you're in fight mode, you know, you're going to have to keep explaining to people, I'm really a nice person, I'm really a sweetheart. After a while, people kind of get tired of that because everybody is on their spiritual journey. You don't know if your chapter 2 could be somebody else's chapter 20. They could already be further along in their journey. While they understand it, they're compassionate, they're still saying, I need to move on. That person still has some growing to do. So again, be very careful. Here we have night energy again. Source is saying to you, save yourself. Have compassion towards people, but go ahead and break that generational cycle and break that generational chain. And everything that you've been praying for, you can already thank Source in advance. Here we have the 3 of Cups and the 9 of Cups. Whatever it is, if you've been asking Source for a family, your soul tribe, more money, whatever you've been praying for, opportunities to meet people, all of those things are coming your way. And they're coming your way very soon. The anxiety that you've been feeling is going away. Is going away. Here we have the 4 of Cups. Again, a lot of water has been poured out, into those. I did give everybody transformational, power questions the other day. Since we have so much sacral chakra out here, this is where you're asking yourself, why am I becoming continually more comfortable with my emotions, right? You're not delusional. You're not going crazy. You're not being negative about a situation. Like I said, there's not a whole lot of support around people who are expressing their emotions um, around family, about family, right? Around the subject of family is what I'm saying. And so it's okay as an adult, you can say, hey, listen, every time I go around, I just feel like I'm just in fight mode. I don't, that's not who I am. So I need to make some adjustments. I need to make some changes. So that's what I see that you're doing, Cancer. And I do see, like I said before, you being your own knight in shining armor. Like I said, you know how sometimes you think, okay, I understand, but at this point in my life, I'm drained. I'm emotionally just drained from it. I'm drained from the manipulation, because that's what it looks like somebody's had to deal with, Cancer. Somebody's had to deal with a lot of manipulation, a lot of gaslighting. It's almost like being free from an abusive situation and somebody saying that you're the one that's crazy and making it up. And you're not, and you're not crazy. You're not losing your mind. None of that. So at a certain stage in your life, you can take the blindfolds off and see things for what it really is. Embarrassment is a choice. You choose not to be embarrassed. You choose to move on. Here we have the 8 of Swords, the 6 of Cups, the Magician card, the Wheel of Fortune, 3 of Pentacles, and the 3 of Cups. Alrighty. Wheel of Fortune lets me know that all the time that you spent, thought that you wasted, Source is like, I'm about to give all of that back to you. Expansion, expansion, expansion. Your time is your currency. So you're getting all of that back is what I'm seeing for you, all because you ascended higher. So somebody's going to feel a lot more youthful in making those decisions to just move on and break generational cycles and chains. And I'm seeing the Magician card. You got so many messages around you letting you know that you're not by yourself. You're not alone, that you're protected. But to stay connected to certain people is self-sabotage. Their words and their actions are just painful. It's just painful to stay. How many times the people keep emotionally gaslighting you where you have to keep apologizing for stuff that is so deeply rooted in the family. It's like something bad happened to you. You may have done something bad to somebody else, and so on and so on and so forth. You may have said or done something bad. At some point, somebody has to break the chain, the cycle. That would be you. Here we have the 3 of Cups. Again, you're in a posture of gratitude. You're just thanking Source in advance for the things you already see in this spirit realm. So that looks like, Cancer. That looks like, let's say it's a family situation, right? Because we're looking at sacral chakra energy, but we're also looking at heart chakra energy. Heart chakra can be tricky because the element of air, is connected to your heart chakra, and your heart has a mind of its own. So your mind could be saying, I forgive these people, I'm going to give them some time, and then I'll go back around. And then every time you go back around, you experience the same cycle of manipulation. It's like, okay, this is a waste of energy, it's a waste of my time. Source is like, if you break free of all of that all the time. See this card right here? You see it looks like a clock, but you also see like a lot, like money flying everywhere. Money is directly tied to your relationships with other people. So it's like source is saying, I'm going to give you a whole new group of people to start all over with. It's like I'm rolling back the clock, but this time you're wiser and you won't be going through the same things. You'll be able to recognize things a lot sooner, and your money is in perfect alignment. Here we have the Three of Pentacles. Perfect synergy when it comes to your wealth. Here we have the Six of Cups. And we also have the Queen of Wands. So to everybody else, new people that source is sending across your path, you are just you're a person who is happy, charismatic, you're free, you're in good spirits. Like I said, Queen of Wands. You earn that place on the throne after having been burned for so long, manipulated, lied to, gaslighted, that now that you're on your throne, this what all this night energy was for, right? Somebody's also could be a spiritual leader, right? We're not talking necessarily about titles, Cancer. We're talking about your spiritual journey that you're on. So source is saying, just operate in faith. You're going to be okay. You are going to be okay. You've expressed a lot of, so don't be surprised at once you get as far away from certain energies as possible, how attractive you become to some people, to a lot of people. But there's always a double-edged sword to your attractiveness, your energy being attractive. You attract good, but you also attract evil. You also got to be able to discern very early on, if I'm getting evil eyes or evil stares or whatever, let me steer clear of that. I've already experienced that before. I've already experienced that burn. So let me get as far away from that as possible. Hopefully that made sense to somebody, so that I can only attract. In other words, it's like walking into a room that you feel like you've been in before, where just your mere presence is, frustrating people. Is that the room you want to stay in, or do you think that's cute because, okay, I know I'm making people mad and this that? No, nope. People notice your presence. So the energy that source wants to send your way, you don't always have to be, a lot of you all are homebodies anyway. But if you start to go out and you start to feel, okay, I feel unsafe in certain spaces, let me turn around and do an about face. I'm not going to just sit here and absorb all of that toxin, all of those toxins into my water. I'm going to, okay, this doesn't feel safe. Let me move out of the way. Let me move around. Let me go somewhere else. Okay. So that I can receive clear messages from source. I can receive exactly what I have been praying for, right? So this is where you're learning from past experiences where you may have felt like you wasted your time, but actually you didn't. You were learning lessons, especially if it happened, between certain stages in your life, especially if it happened between, 15 and 22, or even 8 and 14, that stage in your life where even, to some degree, let me see how this, okay. It looks like on your spiritual journey for somebody, because it looks like everything was out of alignment, but something happened between the ages of 8 and 14 where it was grossly out of alignment, right? But it to some, not only grossly out of alignment, but it also disrupted your root chakra, right? We're moving towards the 28th of the month, which is first quarter moon in Taurus. Taurus is a earth sign that's dealing with your root chakra, the element of earth, right? So questions you can be asking yourselves, because there's so much creativity here in your cards, is why am I becoming more abundant every day? That's going to kind of trigger your subconscious to ask that question of source within. Why am I becoming more abundant every day? And the second question you're asking is, why am I becoming continually more stable and grounded, right? Even though there was something, manipulation, that threatened your emotions and making you feel like you were possibly even delusional at some point. Source was like, no, you're extremely creative. You weren't losing your mind. You weren't making up anything. Somebody just checked out because, again, all of the manipulation. Even though your spirit was like, this is very wrong. All of the manipulation, somebody said, and I just checked out. So I wouldn't be surprised at something happening in somebody's family at a young age. Anything from some kind of abuse to somebody, a key figure in the family dying, to somebody moving away or moving around a lot, something happening where your uh there was some kind of feelings that something was out of alignment, but you didn't know how to really define it. You didn't know how to really label it. So this is giving you an opportunity, Cancers, to label it and say, this is the kind of life that I want. I'm getting rooted and grounded. I'm going to find my house. I'm going to find, where I'm going to settle down. If I'm going to have multi homes in this state or this country or whatever, I'm getting rooted and grounded so I can make my connections here on earth with my tribe. That's what I'm seeing after coming out of, like I said, breaking some kind of a generational cycle and breaking some kind of generational curse. So, like I said before, it felt like somebody was in a mental prison. And unfortunately, had somebody stayed within their own family unit of, like giving somebody chance after chance, somebody was over nurturing and over giving, like talk about the giving and receiving was so out of balance that, again, you're getting sources saying, I'm giving you all of that back. I'm giving you all of that back in a very healthy way. So kudos and congratulations to you, Cancers, for taking your power back unapologetically. Let's see what else we have going on here, Cancers. Let's see what else we have going on here. Like I said before, Cancers, I'm not surprised because you all are the mother sign and the money sign. And I can see somebody kind of sort of staying connected to certain family members that they felt like needed some extra mothering or some extra nurturing. But that energy was so manipulative to somebody that finally somebody just decided, I need to move on from this. I need to move on. And the sad thing about master manipulators is that they're usually looking to recruit people. And as soon as you start to wake up, meaning this, let me get the card, take off the blindfolds, all of a sudden you become the enemy. But the truth is, you've always been the enemy. Here we have the Empress card. We also have the Temperance card. We have the Four of Cups. We have the Strength card. We have the Queen of Swords. And we have the Seven of Swords. Wow. Like I said, master manipulators. Somebody was dealing with some master manipulators, right? And it wasn't just one person, but again, here we have the Temperance card, which lets me know that somebody has a guardian angel helping you, just like helping you to stay strong, to stay focused, to go ahead and go through this rebirth of abundance and prosperity on this other side. They're trying to help you to stay focused on your goal, telling you not to get caught up in any relationships that could be a distraction until you get rooted and grounded. It's almost like for somebody, don't date anybody until you can kind of get set up and get yourself established, kind of like that. Like, and I hope that not everybody takes that literal, because you could be in a healthy relationship with somebody right now, but that's what I'm trying to kind of give you that example. It's kind of like that, like source is saying, until you can get established, until you can get stable, don't do anything serious that's going to distract you from that. That's not even something you need to even sit around and ruminate over. This is the Four of Cups. You don't even need to ruminate over, because again, if you're already in celebratory mode, you're in gratitude, thanking Source every single day in advance. Thank you for this wonderful day. Thank you that I'm able to get out of the bed. Thank you that I'm alive today. Thank you for the beautiful weather. Even if it's raining, thank you that you are supplying the trees, grass, and with water, clearing out everything. You're in such gratitude to everything. While you're in gratitude, you're also thanking Source for things that you cannot physically see with your natural eyes, Cancer. You're thanking Source for things that you know are coming your way. Why? Because of wish fulfillment. And that's part of you saving yourself and being compassionate towards the people that you've broken a generational cycle and change from. You're not wishing any harm on anybody. You don't, you're matter of fact, some of you all are saying, hey, I'm turning off the water faucet. It's not that I don't have compassion towards them, but they won't have access to my emotions anymore, right? Here we have the Queen of Swords. You're on your throne. You are vetting all of the energies coming through, including how you talk to yourself. No negative self-talk, none whatsoever. You don't see a whole lot of money on the table because you're so wealthy in knowledge and you're so wealthy in experiences and creativity that I'm seeing multiple streams of income come from all over the place from you, just because you're so well. You'll be able to know creatively. You'll know how to use, um, let's say for instance you're a singer, you'll know how to dip into certain emotions to bring about, um, emotions from other people, like, or if you're an actor, or actor or actress. I'm going to use actor period for feminine and masculine energy. Whatever it is you're doing creatively, because you've experienced the manipulation, you know how to manipulate your own emotions to bring about, like as if an actor, a singer, a songwriter, something having to do with your creativity, even painting. If you're a painter or you're a chef, something having to do with your creativity, you know how to invoke emotions from people. Like if you all are song, if somebody is a songwriter, you know how to write a song that's going to go straight to, the heart of people, where people are like, oh my God, how did this person know exactly what kind of song to write? Like, you would have thought that they were, or whoever is singing it, if you're writing a song for somebody else, whoever is singing it, somebody's going to think it's the singer, not you if you're the songwriter and not the singer. So, that's part of reason why somebody went through everything that they went through. Here we have affirmations for patience. Yeah, you're just being patient with this process because things are unfolding right before your very eyes. I am here in this present moment. I have all that I need. I lack nothing. Time is relative. Again, like I said before, time is relative. It's going to come together, Cancer, and it's going to make perfect sense for you. For you and to you right now is all that matters. I wait with excitement. All good things come in due time. All is working for my highest good, because it is. Like I said, a lot of times when people are breaking free, it's the fear when you're closing out cycles. It's the fear that what's gonna be said about me when I leave the room, or when I close that cycle out. What's gonna be said about me? If you gotta wonder what's gonna be said about you, you were on again. No matter what, you were there just to learn. You were there's something in your spirit that I can't trust this energy anyway. But you were there to learn a lesson more so than anything. So let's see what else we have here, so we can go ahead and close this out. Yeah, so that's your affirmation card. Usually we pull the affirmation card last. But like I said before, what a lesson that somebody had to learn just in breaking a generational cycle, some kind of chain or curse that somebody was breaking. You're going to be so happy on the other side of all of this. Like I said, you're going through a rebirth, and somebody could physically be pregnant. So congratulations if that's the case. You're pregnant with child. Here we have you're building strength. There's a number 6 again. Pregnant woman looks like the shape of a number 6. Again, you're building your spiritual strength, you know, and it's this energy is very maternal. It's very nurturing energy. The Empress card, very nurturing. It's pregnant with abundance and prosperity on the other side. So that's what I'm seeing for you. Stay focused, stay focused, stay focused, stay focused, stay focused, stay focused. Lots of good things coming your way. Lots of good things are coming your way where you won't be stressed out. You're very close to achieving your goal. That's right. You're very close to achieving your goal. Let's find out what your number is, Cancer, so we can go ahead and close this out. Let's find out what your number is, Cancer, so we can close it out. So that we can close it out. There was nothing on that card. I should have put that card at the bottom. Here we have number 4. I am stable. This is the whole point of what we're coming up on this first quarter moon in Taurus. Taurus is an earth sign. The symbol is a bull. Somebody's getting rooted, grounded, stable somewhere so that you don't feel like you're just kind of all, going, just all over the place emotionally. Here we have, you bring stability and rationality to any situation. You are the rock, and your hard work and your perseverance make you a dependable friend, partner, and colleague. Here's what's interesting for somebody. I'm not sure who I'm talking to. At a lower frequency, um, no matter this card right here is stable, because the narrative that people are trying to spin as far as you're concerned is that you're mentally unstable and that you deserve to be, in some kind of a mental institution. Like something is really wrong with you, right? But what they're not really seeing is how spiritually gifted you are, Cancer. Um, and they are too. The people that you're breaking from, the generational cycle, generational chain, they are too. But they are so connected to the world that it would seem crazy to them that you have accepted your call to ascend higher and expand, meaning your message to people of helping them to find themselves on their spiritual journey. In lay terms, it's like some people are still connected to organizations, like some of them could be still going to church and saying, "Oh, we don't believe in that kind of spiritual stuff. Something is wrong with cancer. Cancer is crazy." They're talking about the esoteric world. That's of the devil. But what they don't realize is that all of it is connected. All of it is spirituality, because we're divine spirits who are having a human experience. So again, you've broken cycles. You protected yourself with all the manipulation going on, the lies and all the things that you've experienced, all of the heart tugging. One day I want to connect, next day I'm not sure, just too painful emotionally with the gaslighting. You finally decided to break free of something, and again, stay as far away from that as possible. Again, you feel like a teenager again. Perfect alignment with your wealth. That is what I have for you. Thank you for joining me. I will see you on Sunday. Bye.